Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. I'm on Highway 16 between Llano, Texas and Fredericksburg, Texas. I'm headed south. I'm headed towards Fredericksburg, Texas. I'm probably about 15 minutes out of Fredericksburg, and this will be a two-part driving video for those of you that are interested in the Fredericksburg area of Central Texas, which I think is a very nice area. If you ever come to Texas, one of the places you might want to visit, because it's an old German community, it's Fredericksburg, Texas. It's one of the, I think it's maybe the only city in Texas that you can walk around on the city streets drinking beer. They have a city ordinance that allows that, and they have a great downtown Main Street area with a lot of shops and stuff. You'll see them in a little bit, but this is just the intro to the second video to show you what the countryside is like coming into Fredericksburg. It's rolling hills, and for some reason it's always a little bit cooler than other parts of the area around here. Llano, Burnett, Marble Falls, and the area where I live, it seems like it's always about 2 or 3 degrees cooler. And so we're just out and about for a drive. Why am I doing a drive today? A two-part series on the drive. Well, when I got up this morning, of course I did my walk over to the golf course in Kingsland, and I thought, man, you know, if you don't make things happen, nothing happens. You understand? You got to get off your hiney or your butt and get out there and get with them, or nothing's going to happen. So, you know, I've got the itch. I want to go RVing, and so this is just kind of to scratch it a little bit to keep me from doing something foolish like going too early and freezing my butt off. But anyway, this is back to Fredericksburg. Its population, I think, is around 10,000. You can check it out on the Fredericksburg website, Fredericksburg, Texas. I'm going to go, this video will take us to the visitor center in Fredericksburg. They have a great visitor center, got a lot of info there. So if you come to the city, go to the visitor center and gather up whatever you want to gather. There's all kind of stuff there about the area and, you know, things you can go see. They have an old schoolhouse driving tour you can take, and I've done it. It's really interesting. They've got some old schoolhouses that are still well preserved, and you can actually go in. You can sign the little thing out in the building and go in. It's free. It's no charge. Just a little driving tour, and it's fun, you know. And so what else can I tell you about Fredericksburg? I just think it's a neat community. I've often thought I'd live there, and I still may. I'm not sure. When, I don't know. But the only way I could live there would be either in an apartment or in a mobile home park. I don't think I'd want to live in an RV park, but maybe, you know, get a small mobile home in a mobile home park. But, you know, mobile home parks, you know, you can buy the mobile home pretty cheap. You can get a mobile home in a mobile home park for, you know, around $20,000 to $30,000, but then you got to pay the mobile home park monthly fee, which is about $300 a month, or in that range. Of course, you get water and septic for that, and trash. You have to pay your own electric, but then you own that mobile home, and so, you know, if you got a roof problem or whatever, then you got to handle it. So, but anyway, we're coming into Fredericksburg. This is an old farming, ranching area, mostly agriculture around here, mostly old Germans. Probably some of his family lives here, or relatives, because this is an old German community in Texas. And yeah, the Oktoberfest in Fredericksburg is a big deal. And do they drink a little beer? Yep. They have a lot of fun, a lot of pop music, stuff like that. Waltzes. Fun community, always something going on. And the main street, depending on the weekend, like this one's a little cloudy, not crowded, but cloudy. But it can be very crowded because, I'll get it right here in a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. I'll get crowded and clouded straightened out. But they get buses from tour buses in Fredericksburg, and they get so many that they actually have a special parking area for tour buses. And so sometimes, depending on what tour buses are in town, you'll walk down the street and you'll see people look like you're in China or Germany or Australia or wherever, you know, New Zealand. England, because the tours come through, and if you catch that day, well, that's who you're going to see a lot of, because those tour buses carry a lot of people. But be that as it may, it's a there's a lot of cedar trees around in this area in the Texas Hill Country. That is not a native tree to Texas. It was brought in by ranchers as a windbreak, and it works great. The only problem is it works too damn good. The cedar tree takes up about 5 times as much water as the other trees, so it's taken over. It starves the other trees for water and moves in. So did you want to know about cedar trees? Well, you just found out. I hope the lighting in this video is okay. It's a little overcast, not too bad, but actually it's a good day for driving. I'd rather drive on a cloudy day than on a perfectly blue sky day, because it's not so bright and it's not so hard on your eyes. The speed limit on this highway is 70 miles an hour. I'm driving about 60, and of course, if it says 70, they go 80, okay? And that's the way that is. But I don't know how far we're out of Fredericksburg. I'm going to guess probably 10 miles from the visitor center. I'll run this video till we get to the visitor center, and then I'll do another one going up and down the main drag, and then going out to Lady Bird Johnson Park. There's an RV park out there. I might get out there if the video doesn't run too long, because I want to go by the local giant HEB here and they make some good soups, and I'll get me a little small bowl of soup for lunch and just kind of make a day of it. It's about, how far is it from my home base to Fredericksburg, Texas? About 50, well, from my home base to Fredericksburg, 60 miles. And the way I've got to come, it takes about an hour and 20 minutes driving time, one way. But I enjoy the drive. There is another way to go, but since the bridge in Kingsland has been washed out and they're repairing it, that little shortcut is out for me now until they get that bridge repaired. But it is pretty here. The rolling hills around here, they've got a lot of limestone rock. It's just a beautiful area, and as you would expect, since it's a German community, the town is very clean, and you kind of abide by the rules there. There's no, they're pretty strict, and of course they have a lot of fun, and they cut the kids a lot of slack because they know they're just kids. But you get out of line too much, they get after you. There's a little state park near here called Enchanted Rock State Park. It's it's not. It's just a big rock there, is basically what it is, and then they have a campground. I don't know what the fees are or anything like that, but it's about 10-15 miles out of Fredericksburg, going north on 16. And if you follow this road on through, you intersect Interstate 10, and once you go under Interstate 10 going south, you get into Kerrville, Texas. And if you go further on south on 16, you get into Bandera, Texas, which is just north of San Antonio. San Antonio is about, I'm guessing 50 miles from San Antonio. And San Antonio is huge. Temperature right now is about 50 degrees. Time is probably 10:15, 10:30 in that range, a.m. Yes, but this was all founded by Germans. You'll see names like Henke, H-E-N-K-E. My brother-in-law's name was Henke. And you'll see a lot of German names in here. Schmidt, Braun. Trying to think of some others that I've seen around here. There's some nice ranches out here too. Knopp, K-N-O-P-P, Dietrich. German community. I always feel good when I come over here. Maybe it's because they're good old beer drinking, fun loving people. I don't know. We're getting into the town now. Close, I think. Sinclair sign, but I think that's a little cafe. It says beer, ice, and music. There's another name, German, Marschall, Marschall. They raise a lot of goats in here and some sheep. They get a lot of they sell a lot of mohair. Too far out of Fredericksburg, but I just wanted to get out and about. So this is Gillespie County in Texas, Gillespie, Gillespie. There's a lot of things to do around here. I mean, nothing. I mean, there's no. It's not an entertainment mecca, but if you like outdoors, they've got several wineries around here. If you wanted to go on a wine tour, they got several of them in this area. They also have a place going towards Johnson City. It's a wildflower place where you can go buy seeds for Texas wildflowers, and they'll have just acres of beautiful wildflowers during the spring, or they did. I haven't been over here and seen them in years. But again, we're on Highway 16 headed south, and I don't care how long this video runs. I'm gonna let it run till I get to the visitor center. I just guessed how far I was out. This is Nutrina Feeds if you need some feed for your animals. Fredericksburg, Texas. I think it was founded in the late 1700s. You can correct me on that. There's a sign there that says German Imports. It's just pretty right here. I mean, rolling hills. I mean, they're just really a nice area. I really like these rolling hills. And year-round climate in Fredericksburg is better than any place around here. Now, there are some places with a better climate. There's another good German name, Kneese, Kneese, Kneese. But it just for some reason appeals to me. Here's the sign. I'll tell you what the population is. Fredericksburg population 10,530. And now that I'm here, it's 10,531. Visitor center straight ahead, historic downtown. And under that sign there, it says welcoming. It's just a nice drive through the hills to get here for me, and I enjoy it. I looked seriously about living over here several years ago. That was one of my spots that I looked at, but I couldn't find a place to park an RV. The property around here, raw land, it can be a little pricey. Price of gasoline at this particular gas station is $1.99 for regular unleaded. But it'll be cheaper at the HEB, probably by 10 cents. If If you went in that cemetery on the left there and read the tombstones, you'd think you were in Germany. That street name was Crabapple. I don't even know what. I've heard of Crabapple. There's that name again. I don't know if it's pronounced Knop or Knop. K-N-A-P-P. I got to keep my eyes open to be sure I don't miss the visitor center sign, because I got to turn left. And it's usually pretty busy there. They get a lot of tourists in here, a lot. They've done better than most Texas communities of this size at attracting tourists. Tourism is a big industry in Fredericksburg, Texas. And we got to turn left somewhere, but I know they've got a sign. I think it's right up here. I'm a-looking, guys. I'm a-looking. Well, this guy's going to turn left and leave me hanging back. Where is the visitor center? Oh, here it is. Next one, next street. Right up here, guys. Yeah, really a nice visitor center. So if you're ever in this area, yeah, they've also have on the main drag, they have a Pacific War museum. I don't know why this guy's not going. I'm gonna go. See, here's a motor home here, a big old Prevost, and I'm sure what they've done is they've parked there and are checking out the town. And the visitor center is right up here on the left. Parking in Fredericksburg, Texas is always a problem, always, because they get tourists. See, all those people there, I guarantee you that's a tour bus. Here's the visitor center right here, and there's parking in here. If you come to Fredericksburg and you want to find a place to park, if you get to the visitor center, you can usually find a decent spot. A lot of tourists, and I promise you they get a lot of tourists from Europe and Asia and everywhere. But I'm going to pull on down here a little ways, find me a nice private spot, and I'll park. There's the wine shuttle right there. That's one of the wine tours. So anyway, guys, now that we're here, half the video is done. So anyway, from Fredericksburg, Texas at the visitor center, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you 1 penny. What else? Keep your health. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, take deep breaths, stand guard at the door of your mind. You know the drill, guys. So anyway, adios, amigos. Bye-bye.